resurrection. And there's a sense of the presence of the body of Jesus and also the absence of the body of Jesus.
Many more of the criticisms were essentially motivated by the wish that he be reinterred at York. And so before that meeting, we had gone through every single response, put them on a spreadsheet, and we'd noted whether in anywhere in the letter or the email they said, and we think he should be buried at York. And about 85 to 90% of those fell into that category. And CFC discounted them because they regarded the representation as really just being driven by the wish that he be somewhere else, not that actually there was any fundamental criticism design.
James Eliot was doing with the tomb, in just the way that Tom Denny was doing with the windows. Those are the sort of people you want to engage to do some of these marvellous works of art. And it does go right back, doesn't it, to the 12th medieval times who had that attitude.
You want something that is dignified and